Recently, China announced that it will send 50,000 excavators and 100,000 people to Yunnan to build the China-Myanmar transnational Grand Canal, which will directly lead to the Indian Ocean. At that time, the Strait of Malacca will be completely scrapped. This news has been released, and countries around the world have expressed shock. And the United Nations has lamented that this is simply incredible. So how did China overcome all difficulties to build this Grand Canal? China continues to strengthen the construction of the Silk Road economic belt and the 21st century maritime Silk Road. However, due to the narrowness of the Strait of Malacca, although it is one of the most important trade routes in the world, it also faces some risks, such as safety and environmental protection. Therefore, in order to break this predicament, China decided to send 50,000 excavators and 100,000 workers to Yunnan to build a China-Myanmar transnational canal. This will lead directly from Yunnan to the Indian Ocean, completely getting rid of the dilemma in Malacca. China has spent a lot of manpower and material resources this time, and the construction of the China-Myanmar transnational canal has many benefits. First of all, the establishment of the China-Myanmar transnational canal can avoid traditional sea lanes, greatly reduce the cost of cross-logistics transportation, reduce the time and cost of goods transportation, and also reduce common safety problems in maritime transportation and trade risks. Secondly, the China-Myanmar transnational canal plays an important role in promoting regional economic development. On the one hand, through the construction of the canal, trade exchanges between China and Southeast Asian and South Asian countries can be strengthened, and the goal of the Belt and Road Initiative can be realized. At the same time, related industries can be developed on both sides of the canal, including ports, logistics, tourism, etc., bringing local to a large number of job opportunities and economic benefits. The China-Myanmar transnational canal also promotes regional political stability. By establishing a closely connected economic region, it can enhance mutual trust among countries and reduce potential conflicts and disputes. At the same time, the construction of the canal can also strengthen the friendly relationship between China and Myanmar and help improve the political situation between the two countries. In the southern border area of our country, there are several countries including Vietnam, Thailand, Myanmar, and Laos. As coastal countries, there are also many water systems. But we need to know that the cost of digging a river is very high. If you want to build a canal on the road, it is obviously not realistic to dig the river first. Take my country's Pingblue Canal as an example. The total length is 135 kilometers, and 6.5 kilometers were actually excavated. The rest is widened and reinforced by using the existing river channel. The total investment is still as high as 72.7 billion yuan, with an average of 538 million yuan per kilometer. Low. Therefore, most of the canals will be built using rivers as much as possible, and building places with flat terrain. The amount of work is small and it is easier to construct. Therefore, the best way to build the China-Myanmar Grand Canal is to use the existing rivers to connect with each other and dig a canal for large ships to navigate. The Salween River, located on the east side of Myanmar, is the longest river in Myanmar. It flows through the territory of Gaya, about 1,660 kilometers long, and flows south into the Myanmar Sea. It is worth noting that the river originates from the Tanggula Mountains on the Qinghai Tibet Plateau and flows through Tibet and Yunnan in my country. It is called the New River in my country. and the part of it flowing in my country is 2,013 kilometers long. If this river can be used, our country can reach the Indian Ocean without digging a canal. First of all, the construction of the China-Myanmar transnational canal needs to meet certain geographical conditions. First, there needs to be a river or artificial waterway suitable for excavation. This river or waterway should be connected to the transportation network of Yunnan province, China and Myanmar. At the same time, climate needs to be considered conditions. The safety of residents in plains, mountainous areas and along the coast. However, most of the Nujiang River in Yunnan province of my country flows through the Hengduan Mountains. With a height drop of 4,840 meters, turbulent currents, dense waterfalls, and towering snow peaks all around. Although the annual flow capacity may reach 68.9 billion cubic meters. However, the utilization rate of the new river is not high, and no hydropower station has been built so far. The same is true for the Salween River entering Myanmar. Affected by factors such as drop, flow velocity, and terrain, the middle and upper reaches are not suitable for digging canals. The lower reaches are affected by the tropical monsoon climate. The water level difference between the rainy season and the dry season is 15 to 30 meters, and navigation safety cannot be guaranteed. Therefore, it may be very difficult to use the Taiwan River to open up the China-Myanmar International Waterway. However, there is another great river in Myanmar, the Irrawaddy River. The Irrawaddy River is located in the central part of Myanmar and runs through the north and south of Myanmar. The river has a total length of 2,288 kilometers and a drainage area of 420,000 square kilometers. It is the largest river in Myanmar and also the mother river of Myanmar. The Irrawaddy River has two major river sources. One is the Enmakai River on the east side, which originated from the Jinla Pass at the southern foot of the Bushura mountain in Tibet and flows through the west side of Gongshan County in Yunnan. Geelong River then crossed the Kachin state border into Myanmar. In principle, the other river originates from the Malacca River in northern Myanmar. It flows to the south and meets the original Makai River 50 kilometers north of Myitkyina. It enters Myanmar together and becomes the Irrawaddy River, and then continues all the way to the south. Pine flows into the Bay of Bengal near Yangon, the first city in southern Myanmar. The Irrawaddy will be an important lifeline of shipping traffic in Myanmar. The 4,600 kilometers of rivers in the middle and lower reaches of the river system can be navigable throughout the year, accounting for 71% of Myanmar's total shipping mileage. Therefore, Myanmar also attaches great importance to the development and utilization of the Irrawaddy River. In addition, Yangon, located near the Irrawaddy River in Tahay, is the largest city in Myanmar. With an area of about 598 square kilometers and a population of 7.36 million. The Yangon Mountains on the north side extend gently to the interior, and the rest are plains on the east, south and west sides. This evening, Yangon Port, located 37 kilometers away from the Sea of Myanmar, is the #1 commercial port in Myanmar, at the forefront of the entire Southeast Asia region, and is also one of the most important rice export ports in the world. This time, China is going to dig a canal on the basis of the Irrawaddy River. So the thousands of kilometers of the middle and lower reaches of the Irrawaddy River can basically be used directly, and only small-scale dredging and widening are required. It is the essence of Myanmar that urges the Irrawaddy River, and the industry and agriculture of the whole country are basically concentrated here. The construction of the canal by China and Myanmar can directly use the original infrastructure in the Irrawaddy River basin, which will greatly shorten the construction period. In addition, the Irrawaddy will enter the sea near Yangon. Yangon is the largest city in Myanmar and has the largest port in Myanmar. For expansion, China can temporarily continue to use the original ports in Yangon, and then expand and build new ports, so as to achieve the new transportation and put it into use as soon as possible. More importantly, Yangon is no longer the capital of Myanmar. Large-scale infrastructure construction near Yangon will not arouse excessive worries in Myanmar. If our country can use the Irrawaddy to dig a cross-border canal between the two countries with the existing shipping capacity, it will not only realize our country's vision of connecting directly to the Indian Ocean, but it will also be a new opportunity for Myanmar. Yangon may even have the opportunity to expand into an international port with more complete facilities, so as to achieve a win-win situation. However, the Geelong River, located in Yunnan, my country, is one of the 4 parallel rivers in the Hungduan Mountains of Yunnan. The total length is only 250 kilometers, but the drop is very large. The highest altitude of the Geelong River Valley in the northwest of Yunnan is as high as 4,936 meters, the lowest altitude is 1,000 meters, and the maximum drop can reach 3,936 meters. Therefore, this section of the river is similar to the Nujang River, and the water flow is very turbulent. It is very difficult to develop and construct here big. Moreover, the location of the Geelong River is too westward, more than 500 kilometers away from Kunming, Yunnan province, and too far away from the Yunnan urban circle, so the radiation range is very limited. Therefore, even if Longjiang can be developed, the economic benefits will not be too high. In addition to blocking the Longjiang River, the upper reaches of the Irrawaddy River also has a tributary. The Daying River. The Liuhua River originates from the Jailagong Mountain in the middle and west of the Hungduan Mountains, the Danza River and the Bingling River in Tengchong County, and is called the Daying River after converging in Yingjiang County. When jumping, it flows south out of the border and merges into the Irrawaddy River. The total length of the river is 204.5 kilometers. There are 3 hydropower stations built within just 2 kilometers of the canyon section of the lower reaches of the Daying River, which is a rare development. However, the Daying River has a large slope and rapid water flow, making it difficult to dig canals. In addition, when the canal passes through Myanmar, transit fees need to be paid, further increasing the construction cost. Therefore, even if my country has the ability to build this China-Myanmar national waterway, it still needs a long-term plan. Generally speaking, the construction of the China-Myanmar transnational canal is indeed a promising project. This project will help to consolidate the friendship between China and Myanmar, improve China's status in Southeast Asia and the southern region, and also help to bring a lot of economic benefits to the local area. Benefits and employment opportunities. Of course, in the process of advancing the project, a series of difficult problems need to be solved, such as political issues, environmental protection issues and safety issues, etc. All need to be properly resolved. However, if the China-Myanmar transnational canal can be successfully completed and achieve good results, it will be one of the pioneer projects for China to play a greater role in the Belt and Road Initiative. The China-Myanmar Transnational Canal is a challenging project that needs to overcome many difficulties in terms of politics, technology, and finance. If it can be successfully constructed, it will have a huge positive impact on regional economic development, political stability, and environmental protection. Therefore, we need to strengthen the research on the project and take effective measures to ensure the smooth progress of the project.